I mean, I just found myself taking the risk of being myself, which I don't know about you, but it is scary to risk being yourself.
Yeah.
We're all thinking that we're supposed to conform to something, or we hear that that's not being embraced because it's never going to work for everybody. And I didn't know if the way I was okay. And I heard at times maybe it wasn't, but I just nervously kind of tried to keep being myself and bring Douglas, my dog, hang out with people. I'm no different at work than I am somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think that was the most important thing.
I heard something recently that a person is never too much. The container is just too small for them. And you have found the right containers that can fit all of you, all of Drew.
I also might be one of those funny things that you got as a kid when you took the lid off the whole can. Yeah, I might be that big coil that pops out of the can. But I love that no one's too big. It's just their container that's too small. Everybody needs to hear that.
Yeah, that's
oh my God, how many times
have
we all been like, oh God, I was way too much there.
Yeah, nah, the container was just too small.
Yeah.
As opposed to fires, mountains, the relationship with family.
I think for me, it's our job as actors is to stay as present as you have to in the moment, obviously. And I try not to lose presence, but it's hard because when I'm working with Kathy, I'm like stepping out of body for a second, being like, oh my God. But I've learned just about honesty and being truthful to yourself in every single second of that and your intuition as the character. I don't think I've ever seen someone be so true to every little bit of their character and fight tooth and nail for the emotions and the arc and the reasons for why they do what they do. And I think it's taught me a lot about my own intensity as an actress. Hope that wasn't too crazy.
I love it. I love it. And Kathy, how does it feel to hear your coach?
I love these guys, and I learn from them. And working with them is just, we love the adventure of playing. All of us, every single one of us. It doesn't matter how much we've accomplished or we're starting up or whatever. Everybody is just, we're crushing it, and we just love that. And it feels great when we're working together. And I don't think we're thinking about, who's who and who cares, so
it's all here. It's that lovely, equal playing field of being with your co-stars, right?
We're all trying to do the best work we can do together, and we're having fun because we all trust each other.
People love the notion of, excuse me, of not having to wait. But I think waiting's a good thing. I think if, the old adage of leave them wanting more and getting your audience to come back once a week because they're like, oh my God, they've left it at that point and I can't wait to see what happens. I think there's something lovely about that journey of being a viewer. I think when you get complete gratification all the time of streaming and binging and stuff, it's great, but it doesn't give you time to sit with anything. So, I'm an old school boy, so I'm looking forward to it.
It gives that opportunity to create conversation around what people saw.
Water cooler moments, exactly. When people are binging stuff, the whole thing, you've got people around the water cooler going, I haven't seen episodes 6, 7 and 8 yet, so don't tell me about it. But with this, it's like, did you see it last night? You see it last night? Let's talk.
And it's fascinating. It's really cool. As you say.
I love the fact that we're going to Boston. I am going to be playing a New Yorker in Boston, so it's going to be a little different. But I'll help Sonequa with all the Boston stuff.
That's right.
Clam chowder and stuff like that. But I love the fact that we get to represent Boston. I love the fact that Danny gets to, be a fish out of water. And I just love the fact that, we're going to represent, family again on television. It's important, and I found in my career, the more I do things related to family, the more it works. Whether it's with my family and our restaurants or our TV shows that we did or Blue Bloods, this is an extension of that. Family is a very cool thing. And family is important to have on television. And we learned this by 14 years of Blue Bloods, how much it meant. And it wasn't just law enforcement families, there's all types of families across all walks of life have stopped me in the streets and stopped me everywhere and said, we love this show, it means so much to us, and hopefully we can carry that forward with Boston Blue.
For B-roll, we're going to be blocked by a lot of people.
In this one, I mean, the medical aspect of the show combined with the Sherlock Holmes mythology aspect, it makes it very challenging in that regard. And I think for this particular show, it's not just a responsibility of the medical aspect, but it's a responsibility to the iconic, iconic mythology of Sherlock Holmes. You know, you want to do it justice, you want to show it respect, and so there's always that pressure.
So that's probably why we're not like, what now? Yeah, because our brand's making it